Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning, all the members in the house. Chalo, let's start 1st of September. It's Friday. You get the weekend coming tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Okay, take a few deep breaths before we get started with things. Okay, inhale deep and slow from your nose, exhale from your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out. And inhale and exhale. Taking slow and deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And inhale and exhale. And breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Now, guys, I'll be playing up a short 5 minutes meditation audio. Okay, so it's from Headspace. It's a meditating app. Some of you might be aware of that. It's a short 5 minutes meditation. Okay. ठीक है चलो let me share my screen. Okay, ठीक है चलो, let's do a quick 5 minutes meditation, and after that we will get started with the learning for today and the other activities. Okay, chalo, let's get going. Here it is. Share this. Yeah. Sure, let's go.
If the inherent quality is kindness in that moment, then kindness will be the expression and the result. So knowing each time when we sit to train the mind, sitting with that intention, knowing that it not only benefits ourselves, but also benefits those around us. So just taking a moment or two to get comfortable. I'm going to begin with the eyes open, without moving the eyes, aware of the space around you. A nice soft focus. And just taking a couple of big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, noticing how chest expands as the lungs fill with air. And as you breathe out, just watching as the muscles in the body soften a little bit. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. And just feeling the weight of the body pressing down. Contact between the hands, the legs, the feet, and the floor. Beginning to notice the different sounds around you rather than resisting them, just allowing them to come and go. And then bringing the attention back to the body, starting at the top of the head and just scanning downward, building up a picture of how the body feels right now. At the same time, just beginning to notice the breath, noticing where in the body you feel that movement of breath. Just following the natural rhythm and counting if you find it easier in your own time now. So noticing when the mind's wandered, just letting go of that. Just coming back to the breath and just picking up the counting from where you left off. And then just releasing that focus on the breath. Just shifting the attention back to those points of contact in the body. That feeling of weight in the body pressing down. Back to the sounds around you. And then when you're ready, just opening the eyes again.
Okay, so take a deep breath, exhale. Time in and breathe out. Rub your palms against each other. Roll it over your face and slowly open up your eyes. Okay, guys, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Chalo, let's start with the part 2 of the day, which is learnings. Okay. And guys, as part of today's session, we are going to discuss some very critical learnings which I got from my 13 years of IT experience. Okay. And most of the things that we will be discussing today is going to be applicable for any industry or any field you are in. Okay. You will find some really valuable learning, and it will help you in order to grow faster in your career as well. Okay, because yes, I have made some right decisions in my career, some wrong decisions in my career. So whatever the key learnings are there, I would be sharing that with you as part of this session. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first of all, guys, everything whatever we will be discussing is all practically proven. I experienced it. Okay. However, I would suggest ki at your own level experiment with this, but try to draw conclusion as quickly as possible. Okay. So because only when you believe in whatever we will discuss, then you will get results. Otherwise, you will not even implement it. Okay. So take these as learnings, but then quickly apply it, experiment it with your life, and then accordingly you make more value out of it. Okay, so wherever I reached in my 13 years, you will reach even beyond and further. Okay, if you are more using yourself properly as part of this 13 years ahead of you. Okay, ठीक है guys, देखो एक एक करके करते हैं. First of all, right now just comment it in chat, like how many of you are trying to get into IT industry? Just type it in chat. How many of you are trying to get into IT industry? Mention it in chat, guys. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And थोड़ा सा be active, पता नहीं बाकी के लोग सो गए क्या? Okay, ठीक है, fine. Now the thing is that let me tell you the facts. Okay, if you are not directly placed from campus as fresher, okay, then the market is always, and it has always been hard for the rest of the people. You need to know the truth. Okay, you're not agreeing with that, doesn't matter, because if that's the reality, you need to know and accept the reality. Okay, so if you are campus placed, then your life is going to be good as fresher. Otherwise, hunting from the market, getting from the market is really going to be challenging. And with the current times, with COVID, after COVID, and with current recession and all those things, even it has become more tougher. The core reason being key, companies don't have that much of time and money to put it on new entry level people. Okay, let me tell you, keeping it very simple, freshers are not ready to work independently on IT projects. This is what it is. You give them any task, and it will not be done the way industry wants it, and there is a lot of hand holding required, and there is a lot of pain in that. Okay, and that is where even if getting somebody for a free internship becomes a burden for the company, because company is okay to spend like 4 lakhs and get another person who can do work independently, but getting a fresher and who does not know anything, and then putting their working employees time on the fresher so that this guy learns, that looks quite a waste of time. Okay, but yes, that is where it is, what it is in the market. Okay, so you need to understand and you need to be aware of these things, and that is where it is required. If you are well prepared even as an entry level professional, okay, you will have definitely greater chances compared to many other people. But yes, people prefer pressure because there are advantages also. So I'm just trying to tell you the truth. So one side is this problem where they are not fully ready, not aware of technology, not aware of projects, how to do, what to do. And it really takes solid time. Big companies, they do like 6 months of training on these, like Infosys, Accenture, like lamba training milta hai freshers ko. They keep them, hire them, train them on technology, on projects, this, that. Then they start deploying. So minimum 6 months training, and that too after getting to project, their more real-time exposure will be there. So it's quite a learning journey. Okay. With the current time, people said, "Hey, let's not put that much of money in training freshers and all that," and that is where it is a kind of affected in the market. Okay. However, yes, things will open. Highs and lows keep happening. But I just want to tell you, okay, the situation is not only for today. This has always been the case. When I was hunting, there also market was tight. 3 years ago, also tight. It is always a case. So don't cry about it. That's life. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, it is always the case. But now the thing is, if you're well prepared, now let me tell you what are the advantages of having a fresher. Okay, freshers will be more dedicated, more committed. Okay, they will be more dedicated, more committed, hungry for learning, hungry for contributing, and those are the default expected nature of a fresher. If you are nervous as an entry level professional, if you are nervous, doubtful, scared, afraid whether you will be do or not able to do work, such kind of qualities are going to even just reject you in interview. Forget about your technical skill. Okay, because as a manager, if I want some fresher, I would like a person who is energetic, excited, want to do attitude, even if he's not able to figure out work, ready to work really hard and learn it and deliver it. Well, these qualities matter a lot. On top of that, what has he done in maybe some programming and other basics? Okay. So programming wise, we don't expect them to be very great because they are new. But this attitude that they carry is really very important. Okay. So be focused about that. Okay. Now let me tell you, key, you cannot wait for companies to teach you something. Many people have wrong acceptance from the market. Why company should train me? Why are they not doing it? If I don't get experience, how am I supposed to learn? Average talks. You cannot give control of your life to the companies. Companies think business. They do business. If they feel putting money in you is worthwhile for them, then they will do it. Otherwise, they will not. So you cannot expect the world to take care of you. You need to take care of yourself. And in the current time of internet, knowledge is just available everywhere. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to work as hard as you can so that the people and the companies will recognize that and hire you? That's the right way of looking at it. So the thing is, whether you get hired immediately or not, you have to start with your preparation. There's no other way than that. You cannot wait ki company when hiring, then they will train. Don't expect that to happen. And when the market was with recession dip, it became even worse. So first, get responsibility of your life, start preparing yourself. Okay. Now the thing is, yes, in our college, we are not really trained on what to learn, what not to learn. So we will speak more about it during our evening workshops. Okay. But yes, core knowledge, framework knowledge, project knowledge, coding knowledge, okay, communication knowledge. These are some areas where you definitely have to start preparing yourself in. But now the thing is, let me tell you this. For me also, when I was trying to get the industry 2010, 2011, at that time, market was tough. In 2008, this real estate market crashed. Because of that, there was a recession there also. Even for campus placements, companies were not coming, picking only very few of them, even for campus. And that was happening at that time also, 2008, 2009. And then slowly in 10, it was the recovering phase. But still, the market was not good. Now, let me just tell you something. As part of that phase, okay, when I was trying to get into IT, I was really working very hard. Results were not coming. Okay, and then somehow when the results are not coming, we feel demotivated, right? We feel like, "Arey, yaar, what is going to happen?" And then you get scared also. Yeah, so I can understand, I can relate. And now life gave me some experience and maturity. That is where I'm trying to share you the right things which will help you in your journey. So yes, I got demotivated and discouraged. Arey, nothing is working out. Family dependencies are there. I need to start earning quickly. But time was not good. I was like, college mein I was good, but I had only college knowledge. Okay? And then 3 months तक बहुत काम किया. 3 months, morning till night, hunting, applying, whatever ways were possible at that time. Applied that for getting the job, but it was not happening. Okay. And then there was some relative who was working in the IT industry at that time. He guided me. And I think that was my life changing moment. He said this thing, Tausif, okay, since how long you are hunting for job? I said 3 months. Okay. And I was really like broken inside. 3 months, abhi bhi nahi mil raha, kya hoga, what will happen? He said, Ki Tausif, do you really know how the market is? There are people even hunting for jobs since past 2 years, still they don't have it. Okay. The point is you need to be aware of what is happening. You're just starting. 3 months is just starting. It might take you a long time. And that was even scary for me. And he was working in the IT industry. So I was like, okay, I cannot wait for like 2 years. What should I do? Okay. He said, Ki, dekho, funda is pretty simple. Is your target only getting into the IT industry, or your target is to really earn well, make a lot of money on the journey, grow nicely in your career, build a successful career? I said, yes, career bana. Okay. And then he started checking me on my knowledge, which I had from college. And then he asked me some questions and I was not even aware of that. And he said, these are the default things which happen in every company right at the beginning. That means you don't know anything. based upon your college knowledge. Okay. And then he said, ki, go get yourself trained. Don't worry about this job. Job will come to you. Go get yourself trained. And then देखो job कैसे आराम से लगता है. I was like, okay, let's see what this guy is saying. And he like, okay, it was so much financial crunch for me at that time. Even for my training, I was not able to put money. So my relative itself took me to a training center. He put that amount there. He said, attend the demos first. Once you're convinced that you want to join here, then I will pay. And then I went to demos. Then he came and he put that money in. He put that money for my training. But now let me tell you, the day one of my training, okay, it was a simple advanced Java topic. I was just amazed. Bhai, the depth which was being discussed, which we never knew from our college. Day one itself, my mind opened up. I did my training from Amirpet, some institute at that time. And it was like day one, I realized, oh, there is a lot to learn, which I don't. Okay. And then I made a commitment ki, no matter when I get job, I will work for that. But my primary focus will be to learn well. Because that relative hit me, if you are not prepared, you will get inside the company and very soon you will be fired and you will be out of the company also. And that is scary. And IT industry is like that. If somebody is not good and the project needs good people, so they might be fired. Now, let me tell you the truth about the IT industry. There are different kind of companies, different kind of roles, different kind of people. You will find that there will be companies, you go there, sit there for 2-3 years without doing anything, still you will get your salary and still you will be continuing in the industry. There are like this company. Okay. When I worked with some service organizations, I saw their people since past 9 months, they were not allocated to any project. क्या कर रहे office आ रहे time pass. That's it. Coming to office, not allocated to any project. They are on bench in the companies for 9 months. And that guy is coming to office, spending time in game room, in library, in just chilling out here and there and just going home. And then I ask him, क्या कर रहा है? And he's like, oh, wow, must life chal rahi hai. I'm getting money. I'm enjoying life. But guys, do you know the downside? If you don't really work, you will never learn. And on paper, your experience grows. On paper, you might be having 2 years of experience, but if you have not worked on any good project, your knowledge level is still like a fresher. And then why would somebody even recruit you further? So if you don't learn and work in industry, you will become outdated. And then juniors are anyways coming in. Very short, your entire career will be compromised. So this is what he gave me these learnings. You will be even coming out of the industry if you don't really work, prepare yourself strongly. And then I realized, okay, there are companies where you can stay there without even working for a long time, get the money. But with that, with not project exposure, you will be on the losing track. But then I saw there are other kind of companies where you have to perform. I worked even there. You have to perform. If you don't perform, they will put you into as a bad performer and then you will be removed back from the company. The point is you have to make decision, but not learning, not growing, not performing great at work is not an option if you want to build a success. Please remember that. And nobody is going to come and do it for you. Okay, you have to take care of yourself in the industry. You might find your leads, managers, team members helpful or not. But there's one thing I will tell you. I am leading a 40-member team. Whenever a new guy joins, okay, I'm ready to work very hard and give him the nice learnings. But the thing is, that person should be committed to learn and deliver to the project. If I don't see that commitment in that guy, he's taking things very casually. I try to make him realize if I project and your learnings, project learnings, I give him the opportunity to show me your dedication and hunger to contribute to the projects and learn. And only when I see that, then I give him opportunities to grow. Otherwise, I don't give him. That means it all begins with you. If you are ready to contribute, ready to work hard, then people in IT will care for you because they see, oh, this person is good, let's give him opportunity. But if you're not ready to do that, not willing, please now let me tell you this. Okay. This happened long time ago in my team itself. Okay, a person having 6 years of experience, 6 years, really struggling to do day-to-day coding. 6 saal, survived in IT, somehow got hired, came to my team, 6 years and struggling to do his job. People having 3 years experience able to do better coding than this guy at 6 years experience. And his package is way better than the other people. Now, let me tell you the second thought process of the companies, or at least I had this mindset. You have to justify the money that you're drawing in the IT industry. This is my thumb rule. If you're getting paid more, you should justify that. If others are not getting paid less, accordingly, the role expectations will be they should do less than you. If you're not able to justify your money, you will be thrown out of the industry. So earning more is responsibility. Okay. So that guy was earning more and I was completely not okay with that. When he is drawing more money, he should deliver. Not delivering is not an option. Because when others juniors do, how this happens? When he's not able to perform, the rest of the juniors are doing better than him, the juniors realize. Right? They are like, Arey, wo kuch nahi kar raha, we are itself doing, we are fixing his bugs. And when that happens, a negative vibe starts coming. They are like, Arey Tausif, what is happening? Like we are working on behalf of him also, and he's so much experienced. They might not know the figures of salary, how much it's being paid, but they will know okay, more experience means more money will be coming to them. Okay. And then that starts like clashes or confusion in the team. When we are doing better than him, we should be rewarded more. And that is where, as a expected thing, you have to justify the money that you're drawing in the industry. If you're not able to do that, it's a problem. Okay, justify the money you are drawing in industry. I'm telling you, don't even ask for more money than your capability. It will backfire on you like anything. Okay, it will backfire. Now, again, let me tell you, there was another incident. I'm talking you the truth. Okay, so that's where my focus is simple, guys. Learn more and then expect more from IT. Become valuable and then companies should pay you. Funda to simple. You have to learn, upgrade, become better, great, dedicated person in the IT industry, contribute to the project, and then demand money from the IT industry. The funda is pretty simple. Okay, anything outside this statement, I don't relate with that. Okay. Now the point is, justify the money, all this is fine. Now, this is how I got my initial learnings. Ki, bhai, karna padega. You have to do it. And then that person said, ki, preparation knowledge is required. And then I started learning. And I said, ki, okay, 6 mahine tak I will learn things very nice. Okay. And then I will, yes, start looking for a job. And then I will see how the job comes. Okay. Now, guys, point is, I prepared very strongly on each of this. You need to understand. In IT, development job, if you are really wanting that kind of job, you have to get practical coding. If you cannot build projects, code, whatever you are learning, you cannot code that, then life is going to be very struggling. And I realized that while I was doing that training, other people were still completely copy pasting the way college mein karte the, right? College examinations, there is a program, you memorize, okay, how to write it. There are many people who used to just do that, take the book, write line by line, not even understand what the project is. But you need to get to a point where independently you can build the project, code it, execute it, get practical about it. You need to train yourself for that. It is very important. Without that, your brain will not know how to think. Okay. So, and that's the first, that was my realization. Okay, do practice. If you don't have a laptop, if you cannot practice, let me tell you, you cannot do work. Theory is not going to help you. You need to make arrangements where you work, set up code, set up projects, and practice things very strongly. And only you will learn, then only, because guys, even in interview, coding is going to be asked. Some snippets will be given. Companies will have written tests to really see how much you can code and how much you cannot. And guys, only theoretical knowledge is not going to help you to crack that coding. You need to practically practice it, then only you can answer to more smarter questions during interview. Okay, fine. That's the practical knowledge required. But then I realized one more thing. Interview में only practical knowledge is also not required. You need to know even theory. Both knowledge required for cracking the interview. Conceptual knowledge, how internally it works, why it works like this. You need to be, theory will help you to explain yourself properly. You need to know the theory, but at the same time, you need to practice it. Do these things strong enough, many hours a day as part of your preparation for each of this topic. Okay, simple learning. Then I did that. Okay, now let me tell you this. What happens is once you get confidence, yes, you know it, you can code it, automatically in interview nervousness goes away. Maybe only for the first interview you might be nervous because you have not given interviews much. So in the beginning time you feel a bit nervous, okay, what will happen? But if you have the right knowledge, fear goes away, confidence rises, and then you can walk into interview. And now let me tell you this. Since past 8 years, I have been interviewing candidates. Okay. And I'm telling you, it's not just your technical knowledge which is at play during interview. For you to get selected, your technical knowledge, your what kind of person you are, like your confidence, your attitude, your beliefs, and whether company wants to work with you, all these factors come together to make that decision. So please understand, you have to focus on, yes, technical, it is very much required, but what kind of person you are, extremely you have to focus. Majorly confidence and team member. These are two important qualities. I'm telling you guys, no matter how much good you are answering technically, but in your answers, if you don't sound confident, if you are not sounding based upon body language, yesterday we did communication, right? Just looking at a person, you can understand how much confident they are or not they are. And you can just twist the questions in a manner where they get really confused, and that shows their knowledge level. I'm really telling you, if your confidence is not up to the mark, you will be impacted for hiring. And second, if you are kind of a selfish attitude person, only me and myself, that is also not going to be hired. Even I have left good people with great technical knowledge because they were not team players. We want somebody who can come in the team, support each other, and go together, deliver to the project. So good on commitment, able to do, we need team players. So in interview while speaking, focus that you are a team player, साथ में काम करना है, and you will learn, you will help others, you will learn from others, go together as a system. That quality is required. Second, you should be confident that no matter how much problem it gets, you can smartly solve the problem, stay committed for that, and you have confidence in yourself. That attitude is very important. And then comes your technical skills. Both of these things matter a lot. To start focusing, this is required for your cracking interview, and with knowledge you will get more confidence in your technical, because this confidence will also, right now why many people struggle during interviews, because they don't have that confidence ki pata nahi kar bhi payenge, and they're not, and because of that there is a problem in hiring. Okay, fine. Now all these things said and done, then came career ka another phase where I completed my training, and then I was confident, really practiced well for 6 months, worked really hard, guys. Every day, let me tell you, just putting it in short, every day morning 6 I used to wake up, okay, then travel to that place where the institute was. Okay, full day I used to be there. Morning class should happen like 7 to 9, 9 to 11, after that lunch break, and then full day staying there practicing. फिर evening में वापस से 7 to 9 another batch used to be there. I used to bring 2 times boxes, lunch box plus dinner box. Okay, trying to eat my own food, not spend money outside on food and all that. So 2 times boxes, morning till evening. 9 to 10 after that session, I used to have my dinner, and then travel back again 1 hour journey, and then reach home by 11, 11:30. Okay, and then next day same thing repeats. I really worked very hard every single day for 6 months in order to become somebody. And that gives you confidence. Okay, when you have put in the effort, when you can do things, and when you really know the truth, ke, aa gaya main, when you feel that, automatically your interview confidence will be different. But if you have not put efforts, if you cannot do things, how will you be able to crack? And I'm telling you one thing, guys, IT, like, look at the right perspective. Your perspective is, ke, give me job. IT's perspective is, ke, can you actually work on the job? What is interview process? Trying to see whether you can really work on the job, and if they find you can work, then they hire you. So if you cannot work, IT is not going to consume you. People are not going to buy your emotional stories. I need money, I will do, give me an opportunity, and then I will perform at work. IT doesn't connect with that because it's business. Those who can work, they will be given jobs, they will be given opportunities. Those who cannot, they will not be given all these things. And you might say, I'm a fresher, how can you expect all this to me? Like, internet is there. People in college is working on internships and projects. Courses are available free on YouTube, 300 on Udemy's and wherever, just cheap. Despite all that, when you say, I don't know, that is already negative for you. You come in and you say, I don't know that. It's like, come on, everything is freely available everywhere. And you saying, I don't know that, that just means you did not care enough to learn. This is already a negative during your interview. You are not a self-learning person. You are not proactive about your own career. This simple statement, I don't know that, I have never worked on those areas and not even aware of those frameworks, that is a lot of negatives to carry forward. I'm just trying to tell you, if you are not prepared properly, life is going to be a problem. So don't wait for anything, get started right. Fine, whatever happens in the company, even if they train or not, but you don't give your control of life to the companies. Take care of yourself. You will grow pretty faster in your life. Big learnings. Okay, fine. And then I had this confidence. I went for the interview and I cracked it and I got the job. Okay, वो simple हो गया because अभी knowledge रहे तो फिर क्या ही है, ठीक है? So I was able to crack it and I got job in IT. Let me say, it was a pretty different case. Okay, it was a kind of contractual job in the beginning. And if you get any contract job, okay, not a permanent position somewhere, if you get a contract job, it was a 3 months contract. And they said further they will extend it. But the thing is, key, if you are not on any project within these 3 months, it's completely up to company whether to keep you or whether to remove you from the IT also. And we were not knowing this fact for like 2 months, and nobody, like along with me, there were some more people hired. We were not allocated to any project. It was like 2 months. We were daily following up with them. Hey, we don't have a project. We don't have a project. They were saying like, okay, we will give, we will give. But no project, 2 months gone in IT, salary is coming around, but no project. And then the thing was, ki third month, we got to know, okay, if for next 1 month we are not in project, they will be terminating and we will be back on the road hiring, like looking for another job. And we बोला भाई ये कैसी IT हो गया, right? Worked so hard first, got the job, and now no work, and these guys are saying like this. Now, point is, you need to taste such things that makes you more mature in life. And then we all, like as a group, whoever came along with us, we started thinking, okay, what can we do? How can we get into project? Again, second learning. Earlier 2 months, we were waiting that company will give us some project, and they were not giving. Okay. Third month, May, we change our strategy. We should get the project no matter what it takes. And then the people came together. We started brainstorming. Again, guys, same learning going on. Why? You need to take care of yourself. Third month, what we did is we really team came together and we figured out कि भाई कैसे कर सकते, how can we get into project even if company is not deploying us in projects. And then we got to know of somewhere from some HR कहीं से contact से we got an Excel sheet where all the projects which are running inside that company was available. The project manager contact numbers and emails were also mentioned there, the domain of that project. And then we started calling those project managers. Hey, I am here, I am on bench area, and looks like there is opening in your project. So we started calling, like self-marketing chal rahi hai company for getting a project. We started calling the project managers ourselves, and then they are like, oh yes, we need a person, let's come in for interview. Like, do you know this? Even within the company, for getting allocated to a project, there might be an inter. Okay, it happens many a times. And yes, sometimes people might say without that, take it. But yeah, it happens. Just be aware, it can happen. So like even in my team, 40 members, even if there is a employee in some other team working in the company right now, but if that person needs to be moved to my team, I go through an interview process with that guy. कि भाई really to check कि आता है कि ऐसे ही है, right? And because project में he has to perform, that's it, as simple as that. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to take care of yourself. We got an Excel sheet with the project manager contact details. We started calling every single one of them, and then interviews started arranging. That happened because we took proactive initiative. If you wait for companies for that, so you need to know what to do, what not to. You cannot just wait for external circumstances. Now, let me tell you, we did that, and within 15 days, every one of us started getting multiple interview calls within company. We started attending it, and people started getting the job, like deployed on the project. And when they were deployed on the project, our duration of contract extended, and then we were getting more long term. Those who were not deployed in project, they were actually removed back from the T company as well. So I'm trying to make you aware how much important it is to really be on project, especially when you're on a contract employee. Okay, if you get that kind of offer somewhere, project mein to kaam karna hai. Okay, fine. Now, let me tell you this another thing. This is next major learning, guys. Just understand. What happened is two people, me and one more person along with me. We two guys gave interview for one project position. Okay. And my skills were better than him. You know that when you're good and somebody else is really struggling, you know that, yeah, so definitely I will be able to crack it. But his skills were not that bad as well. It is okay to do the work, but I was better in terms of my skills and capabilities. So I knew that, and both of us went, and my interview went very fantastic. Okay. So, but still, that other guy was selected for the project. Okay. And I was like, okay, fine, chalte rehte hai, part of life, isme kya? So chalo, let me try for the next interview. I just ahead with that. After like few days, somewhere I got to know that other person utilized some internal network, pressure, utilized some other network, called his another some relative who was working within the company, reached out to that HR or and that project person who was recruiting for that, and somehow got his link established, and accordingly he was rolled into the project. And I was like, Suna to tha ye hota hai, people take away opportunities. Is it really happening also in real life? Okay. The point is, rejections might come. These kind of hard times might come. This is part of life. And this happened. And then I am like, okay, ऐसे ऐसे हो गया, but like what can we do about it? अभी हो गया, ठीक है, selection हो गया, like हाँ ठीक है, you continue in your journey. Now let me focus on getting another interview opportunity. So I changed my focus. Now let me tell you this. The second opportunity, I got actually two more interview calls. Okay. So I cracked the first one, and they said, okay, Tausif, come in. And they wanted to hire me. It was a company internal project. They wanted to hire me for that. But I gave an interview for a client product company. So that was like, okay, this company where I joined, he will deploy me to a client location product-based organization. Okay. And I interviewed for that. And they said, ki, okay, Tausif, we are on hold right now. We will tell you the result in a couple of days. Till that time, you can join this project, and then we will stop you from processing it. Okay? But somewhere I said, let's wait for the result from this product-based organization also. Okay. And internally, company itself told me, if you are selected for that product-based client, then we will not be processing you for this. Why? Because our more priorities filling that position with the client, we are okay to lose you on this project. So then company itself insisted that I should wait for this response. And guys, within 2 days, I got selected for this project. Okay, where they were working on a product-based thing. I went to that company, a 500 employee company, and there I just interviewed and got selected. Now, you know what the thing was? After getting there onboarded, I was the fifth person from this company to get hired there for the project. And after getting there, we realized internal discussion say that company may position fulfill it right candidate they were finding since past 3+ months now, and hundreds of employees of this company actually gave an interview and they were all rejected. 100+ employees, working professionals of this company gave interview for that product organization, and out of that only 4 were selected before me, and then I was the fifth one to get selected. Okay, and then there was a great vibe. अरे तौसिफ product में लग गया, product company में happened and all, and then I realized okay कुछ बड़ा काम कर लिया लगता है. Right? But I'm just trying to tell you that's the power if you are prepared, if you're dedicated, and then opportunities like, okay, now here's the catch. That other person took away that opportunity from me. Okay. And then the second opportunity was waiting for me. And I can very confidently say that wherever I am in my career right now, it happened because I was in that product-based company. I learned everything in that. 3 years stuck. I worked day and night so hard there. I got an amazing team, technically very capable managers, and they guided me, mentored me. Aise karna, project should be like this, like that. And that was the foundation for my life. 3 years stuck, bahut kaam kiya, learned everything required, and that has made my career into something. You know, just a glimpse, right? I used to get 100% hikes within the same company, not even required to switch. Annual appraisals mein when I am getting 100% hikes. Okay, Tausif, kitna right now tera package kya hai? I am like, okay, 7 lakhs hai. Okay, le 14 lakhs. Just doubled. And I'm like, kya chal raha? Next, internally, when I was switching from one project to another, managers stopped taking my interview. For everybody, they were taking it. For me, they were not. Why? Because my manager, where I'm working right now, he used to pass a recommendation. Tausif Vega, he's really good, take him in. Without interviews, I started getting deployed on projects. I even switched companies without giving interviews. Your work will speak for you if you are dedicated, if you are learning. Now, this is just a glimpse, but how it all happened, the few core things: technical strength, plus dedication, project. And the learning which you should take here is, even though others take away opportunities from you, don't cry about it. It might be for your good itself. I could have tried something. I could have talked to those HRs, this, that, and like, meko chahiye, aise kaise kar liya? Because I also had that fear. If in 1 month I am not deployed, I will be not selected. Don't do that. If somebody else has taken away opportunity, maybe there is something even bigger waiting for you, which you are not aware of, right? This is what I learned from that experience of life. Okay, to focus on yourself, your growth, your dedication, and people might be there, all that. You never know, because he took away my opportunity. He might have lost what my career track was. Maybe this project where I am in might be for that guy, but he played that trick and got something else out of his life. But just telling you. And now one thing I will tell you here, why I performed that great for initial 3 years. Let me tell you, when I was in that project, I was working really very hard. There were other team members. They used to come and spread negativity in the mind. Tausif, why do you work so much hard? In the end, you will also not get any appraisal. Same hike milega jitna meko milta hai. IT will have such negative people. They used to come and pollute. Why do you work hard? I am enjoying my life. Monthly we are getting same salary. Hike bhi same hi milega. And don't do it. Let's go. Let's enjoy this and that. Be aware of such people. They will spoil and destroy your careers. I made another commitment to myself. No hanging with any negative person throughout my career. No. And I have applied this rule in my life as well. If somebody is negative, I don't maintain any kind of friendship, any kind of talks even with those people. Somebody who doesn't believe in himself, I don't care about them. भाग भाई तो तेरी लाइफ में बिजी रहे, I need to focus on something. ठीक है, तो Make this commitment to yourself. No hanging with any negative person, not letting their thoughts get into your mind and corrupt you. That's not how success is built. Okay? So point is, there were some negative people. But kya hota hai? When life has not, listen, very important statement. When life has not given easy path to you, I could have been like college mein seedhe placement ho gaya, straight away getting the job, trying to deliver. I saw that those people were pretty casual in the IT industry. Okay, they did not have this fire to do something. But when you go through this hardship, job nahi lag raha hai, and you were scared, you were broken inside, and then you learned something, and then you got the confidence back, and then you tried your best. And then after all that struggle, somebody else took away a project opportunity from you, and then you get inside that, and then you crack even that. A self-commitment starts coming to you. Right? Once you feel that yeah, life has given me a chance, right? And I cannot lose it. That realizations are required out of life. And then I got it. Finally, I got my chance in IT industry. Now, this was a self-commitment. I will do whatever it takes to learn and succeed. I will not care about anything else. I made that commitment to myself. What does this mean? What was my commitment? Simple. Apne ko kya tha? We are students, बच्चे अपन, right? We are all students. ज़्यादा learn करेंगे, succeed करेंगे. अपना फंडा simple है. Go to office early, come back late. Other than that, what more we can do? We can put more effort every single day, the more than other people, and we feel कि कर रहे हैं फिर life में. Learning तो जितना समझेगा उतना ही we can catch it, right? So my funda was simple. Office used to start by 10 or 11. I used to be there in office at 8 a.m. in the morning. Nobody, I did not even tell my manager that I come at 8 a.m. But I used to do that because I wanted to learn faster than others, better than others, because I wanted to succeed. Commitments, promises to yourself, keep it up. So I used to go at office every day morning 8 a.m. Let me tell you, only this cleaner guys used to be there. Office was khulta tha. They used to drive the vacuum cleaner, set of water bottles, coffee machines, and all of that. Only they were there, and I was there. But then I noticed something. In the morning time, even some very high end promoted general managers, GMs used to be there at office as well. Rest of the employees, nobody's there, but this top position people used to come very early in office, and I was also there. And pata nahi, from somewhere opportunity started coming to me. Somehow people in the company started noticing, oh, there is a guy Tausif there, give him chance. Okay, he's good. And then I was not knowing, what does this happen? When you're really dedicated and committed, magic happens in your life. I'm not sure which manager saw me and then who recommended my manager to give me more learning opportunities. Those things are still a secret for me. But something happened, but all of a sudden, I started getting more complicated challenges. My manager started supporting me even more. Acha Tausif, isko aise karte, ye karte. And I started learning even more faster. Point is, you cannot predict anything. What can happen, what cannot. You can give your efforts, that's it. But when you do efforts, magic happens automatically in your life. Others might say, Tausif is lucky. He got lucky at that time and he's getting nice challenging project. And it used to happen along with me. Whoever later joined, they did not get good projects. They were not learning good. Their managers were not supporting them. But with me, it was completely different. So there might be some people in the IT, they might tell you that managers are not supportive, the client is always pressure, IT industry is not a good industry, too much work pressure. But it was never the case for me. Why? Because your perspective matters, your attitude matters in the industry. How you process. When you are ready to work for 12 hours a day, then what is work pressure for you? But if you want to compromise, yes, small work will also look like a work pressure. So you need to understand it is all about your perspective. You can feel the pressure when you are thinking wrong and the IT is putting that pressure on you. But pressure is always there for every project. If you change your perspective, your attitude, when you're ready and willing to work hard, give your best self out, that will give more opportunities for you. And that is magical. Okay. So when you work dedicated, more opportunities come to you. At that time it was happening. But let me tell you this. Fast forward 13 years right now I'm leading 40-member team. Then I realized this thing, same funda. Naturally, I started noticing I give good projects within my 40 members, good tasks, good projects to only those people who are dedicated for work. Never give it to any blaming, complaining person. Why? Because I feel when this guy is working so hard and having the capability, then I should support him for growing further. And if somebody is not giving, then I don't want to give them opportunities also. Conduct pretty simple. You attract your own opportunities or you reject your own opportunities in the career. Please understand that. Okay, now this was another learning. But yeah, this is what, guys, we have just 3 minutes for the call. There's a lot to talk about. I just touched one section, me getting into industry, but important one is commitment. I made a promise to myself. I will work the best that I can. Whatever is humanly possible for me, I will do that. For that, I started. You might be like, "Kya kiya lekin?" Right? Work hard, work hard, what work hard? So I used to go to office early. It was tough to understand the project code because we are new. We come from fresher mindset, so we have not seen it. So I started going early and I started reading project documentations. I started looking at the code. I started looking at the requirements. Which requirements, how were they coded in the past? Daily 2-3 hours every day early in the morning, I used to study existing project which was already built up by people. What were the requirements, how they coded, and I used to like SAQ key, SAQ key, and then I used to ask questions to my manager. Why is this like this? What is the advantage? And that helps you to think faster and better. And then because of that thing, I started getting better grip on my day-to-day task also. Because I know that, okay, how to convert a requirement into something technical, right? So then I started performing better in my work. And when all those things happen, when you're more dedicated, when you can do things, then opportunities also started coming. And it was because, yes, I made a commitment to myself. I will learn, work more hard. And this is one saying which I said, okay? Work smart, work hard, and work long. This is the secret for success. It's all, and it's not, or nothing is optional. Like, don't, anything other than this is a mediocre mindset. Somebody saying, "Ke, be a smart worker. Why are you a hard worker?" Wrong mindset. It will not take you towards success. Somebody who is only hardworking but not smart enough to make decisions to improve, wrong mindset, will not succeed. Somebody who is hardworking, smart working, but not ready to put efforts and long commitments at work for long time will not succeed. Guys, this funda is required for lifelong success and for belonging in the top 20% of your industry. I want to be better than the rest. I wanted to belong in the top 20% of the crowd which is there in IT. That was my self-commitments, not like any other average developer. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be far ahead in the great people my name should be called. That is where I started working very hard. And then with life, I realized I used to do these three things. I never compromise. And this is how it belong as part of the grades. Top 20%. And that is the reason you might just like the end result. Or your 100% hike mil raha hai, to sirf ko. Right? You might be like, oh, without interview, this guy is being selected. But why is that happening? Those are the fruits of the plant that you create. Those will be just the outer results. The core was this. The core was the hard work. People get rewarded in public for the efforts that they put when even nobody's watching. Remember these things for life. You will succeed like anything in whatever field you are. I was working really hard. Okay, nahi samajh raha tha, but I was not giving up, trying. Kab tak nahi samjhenga? For how long it will be a problem? Tried very hard, stick with it. Arey nahi samajh raha, nahi samajh raha. Then trying to see, okay, well, let's read it one more time. 10 times I will read for understanding if I'm not able to get it. But then someday you will get it, because we have a smart brain. So 10 times read the documentation, check the code. But aise kaise ho raha hai? And then try to write that same code in a separate mini project. Run that code and see the outer results. And then yaar ho to raha hai. And then why it is happening. Researching. That is hard work. But smartly. Like if you're making some mistakes, don't keep repeating the same mistakes. It's not going to take you anywhere. Always your funda should be improve, improve, improve. In no matter what stage you are in. And that is another learning. Okay. Every year of my IT career, 13 years I passed. Every year was better than the previous year. Every year I got bigger hike, better promotion, great project, great people to work every year. If 2 years in your IT is the same, that means you're wasting 1 year of your life. And I created those growth opportunities. It was not coming to me. There is a lot to talk about, right? बहुत है बात करने को, but I'll think let's conclude here. I think whatever we discussed so far, that itself is a gem knowledge you can implement and get great results with all this thing. Okay, but process it. The session is available on YouTube, but strategize your career properly. Okay, don't wait for things. You have to make things happen. Your commitment, working hard, smart, and long is required for belonging in the great. And then magic will happen in your life. Others might say it's luck, but it's not luck. Your dedication attracted those things. Okay? So this is what it is. Let me share the quick morning attendance with you guys. Hope you got some nice insights as part of that discussion. I saw many people making a lot of mistakes in the industry. Okay, many people making a lot of mistakes, and then I saw how they were not getting results. So whatever we spoke today is by which you actually get results. Fine, this is the attendance for today. Please mark your attendance, everyone. Says the recording is on my YouTube channel. You can just go to the latest live sessions there, and you will find all the recordings of live sessions. I'm pasting you my YouTube channel. We do it every day, Monday to Friday. You can just, yeah, this is the link of today's session. And all the previous morning sessions, you will find the link there. Plus, there are videos about the evening related job hunting also, which we discuss. I keep posting like 3 videos a week. So you can actually have that as well. Yes, but everything. I feel key, if you implement what we discussed today, you will get amazing results in your life. That's guaranteed. Because I practically lived it and I saw it works. There might be other ways of success also, but I found this way and it really works. So I can talk confidently about this. It works. It gives results. And I have got really nice results. Okay. And there are much more learnings, but maybe some other day we will discuss. Okay. Chalo, thank you everybody for your time and have a nice peaceful Friday. We will not be connected over weekends. Our next session will happen straight away on Monday. Okay, Monday morning we will be connecting for our next session for 6:30. Plus Monday onwards, job hunting batch will start evening 8 p.m. We are going to get pretty much into project and coding for this batch for internship and project, guys. I think it will be pretty massive learnings coming up.